Have you ever been insulted so suddenly that your heart sank and your mind froze? Maybe someone mocked your personality, your appearance, your efforts, or worse, they did it with a smile, pretending it was a joke. And there you were, holding back the pain, unsure whether to speak up, stay quiet, or walk away. Insults sting, not just because of the words, but because of the emotions they trigger deep inside us. They can ruin your day, shake your confidence, and even damage your self-worth if you let them. But what if you could learn to face insults with strength, with calm, and with wisdom that leaves your peace untouched? What if, instead of reacting with anger or silence, you responded in a way that made you stronger each time? In this video, you'll learn how to tackle insults the smart way, the way that protects your peace, honors your dignity, and brings you closer to Allah, not through shouting, not through revenge, but through powerful inner control. If you've ever been hurt by someone's words, this video is for you. Most people go through life feeling broken after someone throws an insult at them. They think it's a sign of weakness on their part, or that maybe they're not strong enough to fight back. But the truth is, insults are never really about you. They are usually a mirror of the other person's pain, jealousy, or insecurity. When someone feels weak inside, they try to make others feel the same, thinking that by pulling others down, they'll rise higher, but they won't. When someone insults you, what they're really showing is how little control they have over their own emotions, how empty they might feel deep inside, and how they haven't yet learned how to deal with their struggles in a healthy way. You might be walking with peace, with kindness, with a heart full of sincerity, and they see that calmness as a threat. It bothers them because they can't find that peace within themselves, so they try to take yours away. But here's what you must understand. Insults are not personal. They are strategic. They are designed to get a reaction from you. It's like bait. The moment you take the bait, they win. Not because they're better or smarter or stronger, but because they manage to pull you down to their level. You see, the real game behind insults is to make you lose your balance. It's not about words, it's about control. And if you don't learn how to read that game, you'll keep falling into the same trap again and again. But when you understand it, when you truly open your eyes to what's really happening, you begin to see the patterns clearly. You no longer feel broken after an insult. You no longer carry it in your heart. You just smile inside and say to yourself, I see what this is, and you move on. The insult loses its power the moment you refuse to react to it. That's the secret people don't talk about. The more peaceful you become, the more others will try to disturb that peace. But you must hold on to it. You must protect it like a treasure, because it is a gift from Allah. When you walk through life, knowing that your value doesn't come from people's opinions, you don't fall when they try to push you. You stay standing, you stay graceful, and the best part is, you don't just win silently, you inspire others who are watching you. There are always people observing how you handle things. They see your calmness, they feel your strength, and sometimes your quiet dignity says more than any comeback ever could. That is power, that is wisdom, that is the result of understanding the game behind insult. When you realize this, you begin to look at every insult differently. You no longer take it personally. You see it as a moment to pause, reflect, and grow. Because every insult is a test, and every test is a chance to get closer to Allah. And when you live for the approval of Allah, the disapproval of people no longer scares you. You don't lose sleep over their opinions. You don't change your path because of their negativity. You keep moving with your head held high, with your soul unshaken. That's the mindset that changes everything. So from today, stop allowing people's words to control your emotions. See their insults as noise, nothing more. You have bigger things to focus on. Your journey is too important. Your peace is too precious, and your value is too high to be affected by the shallow words of someone who doesn't even understand your story. Keep walking with grace, keep walking with purpose, and always remember, your real strength doesn't show when you fight back. It shows when you don't let the insult touch your soul. That's when you win, not just in this world, but in the eyes of Allah. When someone insults you, it feels like fire in your chest, like a storm suddenly rising in your heart, and the first thing you feel is the urge to defend yourself, to say something sharp, something loud, something that will make them feel the same pain they just gave you. But that's exactly what you must learn to avoid, because reacting is easy and anyone can do it. It takes no strength, no patience, and no wisdom to react. Reacting is just a reflection of your hurt, your anger, your pride trying to speak louder than your peace. But when you respond with wisdom, when you stay calm while someone tries to shake you, that's when real strength is shown. You see, people expect you to snap. They want to trigger you. They are waiting for your explosion so they can say, "Look, I was right about them." But when you respond with silence or with calmness or with a soft but firm word, you flip the whole situation. You don't just protect your peace. You expose their weakness. Wisdom isn't just about staying quiet. It's about knowing when to speak, what to say, and how to say it in a way that keeps your dignity intact. It's about thinking before you talk and asking yourself, is this going to bring me closer to Allah or further away? Because not every insult deserves your energy. Not every comment needs a comeback. Not every battle is yours to fight. Sometimes, silence is the best response. Other times, a calm reply is enough to remind the other person that you're not here to play game. You're here to live with purpose, with focus, with the mindset of someone who knows they answer to Allah, not to people. When you react without thinking, you're giving your power away. But when you respond with control, you keep that power in your hand. And that power gives you freedom. The freedom to walk away without regret, to keep your heart clean, to rise above negativity without letting it stain your soul. Imagine being someone who can smile through an insult, not because it didn't hurt, but because you chose peace over pride. That kind of character is rare. That kind of character is respected by Allah. And that kind of character is what sets you apart in a world full of noise and conflict. It's easy to say harsh things. It's easy to fight fire with fire. But the ones who walk with light are the ones who learn to cool the fire with water. Be that person. Be the one who doesn't let words control them. Be the one who thinks before speaking. Because your response reveals your values. Your response shows the level of your inner discipline. And most importantly, your response shows whether you're walking with ego or walking with faith. The next time someone insults you, try this. Breathe deeply, pause, ask yourself, what would wisdom choose right now? And then choose that path, even if your emotions are screaming inside. Every time you do that, you grow stronger. Every time you stay calm, you win. Not in their eyes, but in the eyes of Allah. And that's the only victory that really matters. So from today forward, let your reactions become responses. Let your words carry weight. Let your silence carry power. And let your behavior reflect the strength that comes from trusting Allah more than your emotions. You'll notice something amazing. When you stop reacting to insults, people start respecting you differently. They see that you're not easily shaken. They realize that your peace is not for sale, and they may even learn something from your calmness. So walk with wisdom, speak with care, and live in a way that shows you're not just controlled by emotions, but guided by purpose, guided by light, guided by Allah. Staying calm in the middle of insults is not something that happens by accident. It's something that comes with training, with daily effort, with learning how to control your thoughts before they control you. Most people let their emotions run wild the moment someone disrespects them. Their heart races, their fists clench, and their mind starts building angry stories in seconds. But if you want to protect your peace, if you want to become someone who can handle any situation with grace, then you must train your mind to stay calm no matter what's happening around you. Calmness is not just a feeling, it's a skill, and like any skill, it gets better with practice. You have to feed your mind with peace daily, not just in moments of peace, but also in moments of chaos. When someone says something insulting, your mind will want to scream back, but that's when you need to talk to yourself and say, "This is not worth my energy." At first, it will be hard. You might fail many times. You might speak when you should have stayed quiet. You might get angry when you should have stayed still. But every time you try again, your mind becomes stronger. It learns that it doesn't have to obey every emotion. It learns that calmness is possible, even in the middle of heat. The world is full of people who are ready to break your peace, who are waiting to throw words like knives. But your job is not to throw the knives back. Your job is to become so calm that nothing can touch your soul. That doesn't mean you become weak or silent all the time. It means you pick your battles wisely. You know when to speak and when to let go. You know when something deserves your words and when it deserves your silence. This kind of control doesn't come from reading one book or watching one video. It comes from practicing it every day. Start with small things. When someone cuts you off while driving, stay calm. When someone at work says something rude, don't take the bait. When a friend makes a harsh joke, breathe before you speak. These small moments are your training. They prepare you for the bigger moment. And the more you train, the stronger your mind becomes. Soon, insults won't shake you the way they used to. You'll start to feel a quiet power inside you. A power that doesn't need to shout to be strong. And that power will protect your heart from pain. Because when your mind is calm, your heart stays clean. You no longer carry anger inside. You don't keep replaying hurtful words in your head. You don't build grudges or plan revenge. You simply let it go because you know that peace is more precious than proving a point. The calm person is not the one who never gets hurt. It's the one who knows how to heal quickly, how to shake off negativity, how to move forward without dragging the past behind them. That is the person who wins in life, not the loud one, not the angry one, but the calm one. Because calmness keeps your focus clear. It helps you make better decisions. It protects your relationships. And most importantly, it brings you closer to Allah. Every time you choose peace over pride, you are choosing a path that pleases Allah, and He will reward you for that. So make a decision today to train your mind. Be patient with yourself. Don't expect perfection overnight. But every time you stay calm in a moment where you once would have exploded, know that you have grown. You are becoming stronger, wiser, and more in control. And that control will give you a kind of peace that no insult can ever take away. Keep your mind focused on what really matters. Don't let temporary words ruin your permanent peace. Stay steady, stay kind, and stay close to Allah. That's where real calmness comes from. Not from the world, not from people, but from the quiet strength that Allah places in the heart of the one who trusts Him. There comes a point in every person's life when they must make a choice, not between being kind or being strong, but between being silent forever or learning how to speak with calm strength. Many people misunderstand what it means to be patient. They think setting boundaries means being harsh, and they think being kind means accepting everything, even disrespect. But the truth is, you can set boundaries without ever raising your voice. You can protect your peace without becoming rude. You can say no without carrying anger in your heart. The key is to know your worth and to realize that your time, your emotions, and your presence are valuable. Not everyone deserves full access to your life. Not everyone should be allowed to treat you any way they like. If you never speak up, people will assume their behavior is okay. If you never show them your limits, they will keep crossing them. And if you always stay silent just to keep peace on the outside, you will start to lose peace on the inside. That's why setting boundaries is not just important, it's necessary for your emotional and spiritual health. But here's the wisdom. The way you set those boundaries matters just as much as the boundaries themselves. When you speak with anger, people focus on your tone, not your message. But when you speak with calmness, they hear your words clearly. They understand that you are not attacking them, you are simply protecting yourself. For example, if someone constantly insults you, you can say, "I don't feel comfortable when you speak to me like that." You don't have to shout. You don't have to insult back. Just a simple, clear sentence spoken with calm confidence can do more than 100 angry words. And if they don't respect that, then you have every right to distance yourself. You are not required to stay in places where your heart is being poisoned. You are not required to continue conversations that drain your energy. You have the right to walk away, not out of pride, but out of self-respect. And that's not arrogance, that's wisdom. Even when you walk away, you don't have to hold hate in your heart. You can leave peacefully. You can wish them well, but you can also protect your soul. One of the greatest signs of inner strength is when you are able to separate yourself from negativity, not with war, but with wisdom. You don't have to explain your decisions to everyone. You don't have to make others agree with your boundaries. All you have to do is stick to them firmly, respectfully, and consistently. And as you do that, you will notice something amazing. People will begin to treat you differently. They will realize that you are not someone who tolerates disrespect. They will start to measure their words more carefully. And the ones who truly respect you will grow even closer to you. Because real relationships, whether family, friends, or even colleagues, are built on mutual respect. And when you respect yourself enough to set boundaries, you invite others to respect you too. You see, boundaries are not walls to push people away, they are doors that guide others on how to treat you. And just like you lock your house at night to protect your home, you are allowed to protect your emotional and spiritual space as well. Don't let guilt make you weak. Don't let fear stop you from standing tall. You can say, "This is not okay with me," and still be a kind person. You can say, "I need some space," and still be loving. You can say, "I choose not to accept this behavior," and still be full of peace inside. The real strength is in doing all of this without anger, without revenge, without bitterness. Just calm, firm, and clear. That's the way of those who are led by inner strength, not by emotion. That's the way of those who are connected to Allah more than they are connected to the opinions of others. So from today, promise yourself this: you will not allow anyone to destroy your peace. You will not allow anyone's words or actions to make you forget your worth. You will not respond to disrespect with disrespect. Instead, you will set boundaries, you will speak clearly, you will walk with dignity, and you will do it all with a heart that stays soft, a mind that stays strong, and a soul that stays close to Allah. Insults may come your way, but they don't have to stay in your heart. You now know how to see them for what they really are: tests, not truth; noise, not value. When you respond with calmness, protect your peace, set your boundaries, and walk with dignity, you don't just handle insults, you rise above them. You prove that your strength doesn't depend on other people's words, but on your connection with Allah. So from this moment forward, let every insult be a chance to grow, not a reason to fall. Walk with your head high, your heart clean, and your soul strong. And remember, your silence can be louder than their noise.